Howdy folks, TJ here. Today is the day I boot for the first time my Sinclair QL. Hopefully everybody had a great Halloween. As you've probably seen from some of my other videos, I kind of enjoy the holidays, and Halloween was pretty good. We don't have kids and we don't have trick-or-treaters, but we still decorate and enjoy. So in my last videos you kind of saw skeletons and all sorts of stuff. Well, today's All Saints Day, and I thought in an appropriate day, I guess it's appropriate, to bring up an old computer and boot it up for the first time. In this case, kind of putting this computer up on a little bit of a pedestal, and it's going to be 35 years old now, and we're going to boot it up for the first time, and so I can experience what a micro drive tape sounds and performs on the screen. I read a little bit of my manual during some of the power outages, and understand that you do not boot a QL with a tape in the drive. So you boot it up and then you select a screen, F1 or F2 for going either to a TV or monitor. In this case it's going to be a monitor. I do understand if you don't have the right monitor on one of the resolutions, I think it's the F2 for the monitor, you lose a couple of the characters on the right side. So I'm not quite sure if there's a fix for that. One of my QL friends, I think, said there's something I can put on a blank tape and it will adjust the screen a little bit to where that is taken care of. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway. And some of the other things, maybe it's the USA version, but I could have swore that these were numbered 1 and 2 on the case. Could be wrong. But this is a UK version, and I don't see that, so I had to read a little bit. And so this left side's tape 1, and this is tape 2. And something neat. So my QL is a UK version, so it came with a 220-volt power supply. But what's this? This is a USA plug. So I met a guy named Dave down by a creepy little park and was able to acquire a USA version power supply. So I don't have to use my little up converter here. So I'm going to plug this in. Let me throw it around the back. And just so you know the connections, so I'm using, if you watched my unboxing video, I'm using that QL to SCART cable. I'm using my trusty video converter that takes a SCART to HDMI, and I'm going to run it off this 34-inch Omen HP display. So let me go plug that in. I wanted to show you the plug, that it's a USA version I thought was kind of cool. And then we'll try booting this up for the first time. Hopefully it just works. If it doesn't, I may need to play around with that little SCART connector. There's 720 DPI. Oh, I forgot there's no power button on this thing. And it turned on. That's funny. So all that, and you see the first boot up, and it already did it. Damn it! But technically, I am booting up for the first time, so cool. Damn Sinclair, no freaking power buttons. Just put one in there. It's only 2 cents. Anyway, so F1 for monitor, F2 for TV. So I think for this video, I'm going to go ahead and just try both, see what they look like, and then I'll try booting up from one of my QL tapes here, microdrive tapes. So let's hit F1. So my computer works. That's nice. It took a long trip from UK over to USA. So that's F1. So it looks like there's 2 panes here that I guess I'm just going to go ahead and kind of type in a basic. Let me move my camera. You probably get the gist of it, but let me move it a little bit closer here. Maybe you'll see less of me and more of the screen. There we go. Power button, Sinclair doesn't like them. I don't know why. 10, 4, no. And delete on this is Control left. Yep. I got it right. X equals 1. So put it up here. Okay, cool. 20. print X. Okay, run. And it put the one up over here. So it worked. There's a reset button over here. I guess the way to, you can probably clear screens and stuff, but I need to read my book, but I'm just going to hit the reset button to get out of that. Ooh, that's pretty. So F1's monitor, F2's TV. Okay, gotcha. So F2, and you heard the little tape whir. I don't know if you heard that or not. It's kind of faint. So it looks like the screen's a little bit different. You can see everything's kind of shifted to the right a little bit, but I don't think I'm losing characters on this one, where the other one I'm losing a little bit. But let's just go ahead. So you don't have the two separate sides. 10 x equals 1. All right. Oop. Dun, 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 dun. 20. Print X. Run. X equals 1, print X. I don't think it liked that for some reason. Oh, no, it did. So it just kind of printed over itself, it looks like. And since my numbering was 1, that's kind of weird. Anyway, so let's hit reset again. I kind of like the monitor appearance better. The two sides jives more with my brain here. But you can kind of see, I guess maybe from the video, so it's cropping off this right side a little bit. So something I have to explore more. But the little SCART converter's working. I've got video. I can actually kind of use my computer. So remember, I can't put the tape in here with it at this... Well, I guess I can put it in here. You just want to boot up with it. But I think I'm going to go back to the main screen. And I'm going to get out my little Sinclair little booklets here. And I think Quill is the appropriate program to make a start with here. So I'm going to got my little tape here, micro drive tape. I'm going to stick it in, and it says, oh, so you got to pull the tape out of the little case and make sure the label's up, and do a firm push it in. All right. So my first time, I'm going to be watching the screen this time. Going to go ahead and reset. No, actually I don't need to reset. I'm just going to go ahead and... You don't want to reset when this thing's in there. So I've already reset. It's on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and do F1 monitor, I guess. It's doing something. Oh, loading QL Quill version 2.35, copyright 1984. That's 35 years ago. Word processor. So when I create that book that I'm going to create one day, maybe I'll do it on this computer so barely anybody can get, secret scripts that I'm typing, because they won't have this program to read it. Whoa, that's a cool looking screen. So I wonder if stuff's cut off on this. Let's just hit letters and see if I lose any. Oh, no, kind of. I guess that's the margin. So I think I'm seeing everything in here. That's cool. So let's press F1 for help. I'm not going to go through the program in depth too much. I just wanted to get booted up for the first time. But let's just at least hit F1. I know these aren't that great and reliable, but I'm kind of digging it. Loading help file. Whoa! Quill, a simple aid to the creation of documents. Quill allows you to directly, and it tells me some stuff. Here's some commands that I can use. And I bet you escape probably gets me out of it. Yep, cool. So, I booted my QL. It boots. I was able to run a tape. I need to make a backup of that. So in future videos, I'm going to kind of go through creating a program, a little program like, the little print thing, saving it to a blank microdrive tape, which I do have a few, kind of get used to that whole thing and get familiar with the QL. But today was just about booting this old QL up. Kind of cool. And she boots. So I guess the appropriate thing, again, I don't think you're supposed to have a tape when you're booting it up. So I guess what you're supposed to do is yank it before you screw anything up. And then if you need to reset, and you're back to square one. So, QL booting in 2019. And so I'm pretty excited. Very cool. I need to get some fun stuff for my QL. There's all sorts of expansion ports and everything I need to explore. Anyway, she boots in the United States 2019. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. See you later.